Get ready with me while I do my makeup to shoot some content. Hi guys, welcome to today's video. In today's video I'll be doing a full makeup look. It's kind of quick, so first of all I'm going to hydrate my skin. The first thing I applied was my essence, then my vitamin C serum. Now I'm going in with my all-in-one COSRX cream. I usually make sure my skin is properly hydrated when I want to apply my makeup, so that I'm going to have a moistured canvas to lay my makeup on. And I waited like 1 to 2 minutes in between the application so that my skin can absorb the products completely. So next I'm going to draw my eyebrow. I'm using Davis eyebrow pencil to draw my eyebrow. You know, I have a hairy eyebrow, so I don't like filling it with too much pencil so that it doesn't become too thick or too dark. In fact, my eyebrow can pass for, as in I can line it without even, I can conceal my eyebrow without even using any pencil or any brow filler. So next I'm using my exact shade of foundation, then I'm setting it. I waited for a few minutes before starting my blending. I'm blending with ZKL makeup brush, and the foundation I'm using is Kudi Cosmetics foundation. I can't remember the shade offhand. I think it's like warm something. So now I'm blending the foundation, the makeup. You can't separate makeup and blending. You have to blend everything, properly, so that there won't be harsh lines or, So now I'm going to use blush. I'm using ZKL concealer palette. They also have blush palettes, concealer and blush palettes. So now I'm contouring with a dark concealer, contouring my cheekbone, and I'm also contouring my forehead and my eye, the crease of my eyes and my nose. I'm contouring my nose too. I'm using the same concealer that I used for my cheek for all the contoured area. I'm just contouring lightly because I don't want overly contoured face like that, as I'm not really using much, so I'm just contouring it lightly. So now I'm using my beauty blender to blend in the contour. I'm using it to blend all the areas that I contoured, the crease, my hairline, and I'll also blend my cheekbones. So now I'm turning the other side of the beauty blender to also blend my blush. You have to blend. You have to keep blending to achieve, as you're blending, you're looking at what you are blending until you feel, oh, this is really well blended. Then you can now go ahead. So now I'm using Classic concealer in Classic. I think the name of the shade is Classic. Then I'm using a small blending brush to blend it. And then I go in with my beauty blender after the brush so that I can blend it properly. So now I'm going to conceal my under eye once more with a more lighter shade so that the under eyes will look highlighted. So I'm using Classic concealer. The name of the shade is Light. I think classic light also. So just make sure you are using whatever concealer you are using to highlight your under eye is at least 2 to 3 shades lighter than your natural skin. So now I'm using the small blending brush, Zickel. It's from Zickel brush set. So I'm blending the highlighted area. And remember what we did first was contouring with a dark foundation concealer. We can also do that with a foundation also, but for this video I'm concealing. I'm using a concealer as my highlights and contouring, so you can always do what works for you. So now I'm also using a beauty blender to blend after using my small blending brush to blend in the highlighted areas. So I'm also parting with my beauty blender. I'm going to do so on all the highlighted area. Going in with my blending brush to blend the under eye. I like working on both sides at once. Even when I'm applying eyeshadow, I work on both sides at the same time. So as I do this, I go on the other side immediately so that I can have the same effect on both sides. You can see the way I'm blending the concealer, I'm kind of blending it up to have a kind of lifted face effect, because I want my face to look lifted. That's why I'm blending the concealer up on the corner of my eyes. So I'm also blending the one on my nose. That's my nose highlight. I'm blending the concealer I applied there. So I noticed my forehead, I've not applied highlighting concealer on my forehead, so I'm blending it. This voiceover may not be perfect, and I'm sorry I'm not redoing it. Just take it as it comes and take it as a learning process for me, because I've got lots of things on my hands to do. So setting the under eye with a pressed powder. I'm setting all the highlighted area with a powder that kind of closely match the concealers that I use to highlight. Now I'm going to bake with a translucent powder. I'm using the Kake translucent powder, I think. You can use any brand of translucent powder you have. And you can also skip this process if you want. But I'm trying to bake the highlighted area so that it can pop. I'm doing so on all the highlighted area. I'm baking it before I proceed with the rest of the makeup. So now I'm going in with my eyeshadow. First of all, I'm going to set the transition color, and I'm starting with a neutral color, a matte light brown eyeshadow. So I'm sorry, some of the display of the color might not be okay. I didn't know that I did not lift the palette up enough until I started editing. So just please so that is the color I'm going in with now. I used about 3 transition colors, more like light and darkest. So I was using from the lightest to a bit darker to the one that is more darker to transition, and I'm applying it on the crease of my eyelids. You can see the position I'm placing my brush, and I'm swiping my brush repeatedly to make sure they are well blended so that I don't have harsh lines. So now the transition colors are coming out. You can see them. My eyelid are looking contoured now, but warm, because I wanted a warm transition. You have to use a warm color for your transition actually. Now depends how deep you want it to be. So now I'm going to cut my crease with a concealer, and I'm using an angled brush to cut the crease. You have to be careful with these parts because you can actually use the concealer to stain other parts of the eyes that you already worked on, which can really be messy at times. So just be careful. And sometimes when you blink your eyes too much, when the concealer is not yet dry, it can really stain the upper part of your eyelids. So you have to be careful. So I'm just making sure the line is kind of aligned. That's the concealer line. I didn't have any look at in mind. So as I was doing this makeup, I was just creating the look. It's not as if I had any look in mind. So now I'm setting the concealer with a neutral eyeshadow, a matte eyeshadow that is almost the same shade of that concealer. So I'm just setting it so that it should be dry. So next I'm going to use a very deep blue. I'm using it at the wing of my eyelid, more like I'm using it to create like a wing liner effect. Using a deep blue, you can also use this black to do this process. So here I'm just trying to intensify the wing line effect that I'm trying to create. One thing about makeup is that as you're applying anything, you can see the effect immediately, whether it's enough or not. So you can just continue layering. So this blue is what I chose to go with. The first one I used was a very deep blue. Then I use a kind of lighter blue. So I'm applying a lighter blue on my eyelid now. Applying, and now I'm blending so that I won't have harsh lines. Blend, 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 blend. So I'm still blending the eye makeup. So now I'm going in with a yellow, more like a gold yellow gold. I'm going with yellow gold for the inner corner of my eyes. I didn't plan the look, I just decided to go with that color because I feel it will make my eyes kind of open. So I'm applying it at the inner corner and then I blended it out. So let me know what you think about this eye makeup, because I don't know, I have mixed feelings about it. So now on the upper part of my eyelid, that's my highlighted part, I just apply a light eyebrow. So now going in with my reverse contour. The reverse contour always make your contoured area to pop, the cheekbone more prominent. I'm blushing. I'm using a powder blush now. That's it. I'm using it on my blushed area. Now I'm using a normal pressed powder. That's my powder sheet to blend off the baked part. I'm blending off the baked part because that means I'm almost done with my makeup. Thank you guys for sticking around, and please like this video, and I'll be so glad if you can also share your thoughts about this look, or if you want me to create any other makeup look, or is there anything you want me to explain about this look, I'll be willing to do it. Thank you. So I applied concealer on my lips to brighten it up a little bit. Then now I'm applying my lip balm. I like applying lip balm before I work on my lip so that I will have a kind of moisturized lip so that my lip will not be feeling dry. So now I'm using a dark color, more like a wine, deep wine, to line my lips. It's also from that Zekel palette. That Zekel palette is a very good investment if you want to buy an affordable makeup, because it's very good. It has eyeshadows, it has lip colors. So I'm using the lip colors now. So when lining on your lips, always put the shape of your lips in mind. Don't forget the arrow, that's the cupid arrow on top of your lips, the upper part of your lips. I think it's called cupid arrow, whatever. So you put it in mind so that it will bring out the shape of your lips. And if you want your lips to appear bigger, always line on the outer part of your lips. That's if you want a fuller lips effect. But if you want a smaller lips effect, you want a thinner lip effect, always line from the inner part of your lips. You line your lips inward if you want your lips to appear slimmer or smaller. So now I'm going in with a white lipstick to highlight the inner part of my lips, to brighten it up a little bit before going with a soft pink lip stain or lipstick, anything you like, you can call it. So now I'm applying and blending it. I kind of like this lipstick. I was using this Zekel palette for the first time because this was actually, I bought it not quite long, so I decided to create this look with the eyeshadows, and it came out really well, not bad. I'm blending the lined part of my lips. I'm blending it and also ensuring that the shape of my lip doesn't erase, because it can. And I'm also going with my inner part of my lips. I'm adding more color. So now here, what I'm doing here is I'm applying concealer to shape out my lip, because whilst marking your lip, when you are doing your lip makeup, it is very easy for you to stain some outer part of your lips, and this also help give precision and shaping your lips. It helps you erase any stain around your lips and also shape it up. It brings out the shape you actually want. Then I'm using beauty blender to blend the concealer. You can see the effect on my lips already, kind of shaping up my lips. That's the concealed areas. and I blend, and I'm also setting it. When you conceal anywhere or you apply foundation anywhere, you conceal it to set it, to put it in place so that it doesn't smear. So now I'm just applying powder all over my face. Here I'm lining my under eye with a dark, I think I'm using dark eyeshadow, like black or brown also. So I set with a setting spray, and now I'm using my mascara. The mascara will give your eyelashes a fuller eyelashes effect. And here I'm using Tara Volume Boosting Mascara. So what I'm just doing here is applying Curl Keeper on my wig. Like, I'm wearing it. What do you think about look, guys? What do you think? I really need to hear your thoughts. I want to hear your thoughts about this look. So thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you guys. Please, if you have not yet subscribed, please subscribe. And if you are already a subscriber, thank you so much for always stopping by. Please don't forget to like and share this video so that YouTube can recommend it to more people. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. And I'll see you in the next video.